The Elite 11 rosters are out. So let's bring in Director of Scouting and Ranking here at On3, Charles Power. The Elite 11, the most prestigious quarterback event of the summer, is happening in just a few weeks. Quarterbacks have been competing in regional competitions throughout the spring, but now we see who made the cut. All right, Charles, Dylan Raiola is the #1 quarterback in the On3 industry rankings. What are you looking forward to seeing from him?
Yeah, I think first off, it's going to be an opportunity to see Dylan Raiola in person. Where is he at from a size, body perspective? And I think comparing him within this group, it'll be really fun to see how he stacks up from an arm talent perspective. Is Dylan Raiola truly the top arm talent, passing talent in the 2024 cycle? I'm also looking forward to seeing just kind of how he moves around. Now, this is a setting, I think it's really important to understand the context of what we get to see at the Elite 11. It's mainly stationary. There's not a lot of movement. There's not a pass rush. But I do want to see kind of how he moves around within the drills. Ultimately, I think the story on Dylan Raiola is going to be written this fall, to just seeing how he plays as a senior. Did not have the a junior season that you would hope for a #1 overall type of quarterback prospect. So I think that's going to be the ultimate determining factor on where he stacks up in the rankings. But I think we're really looking forward to seeing how he stacks up within this group just from a pure passing talent perspective.
Yeah, it's going to be a really exciting time with all these quarterbacks. So let's move down the list one spot to Julian Sayin, the Alabama commitment, the second-ranked quarterback in the country. Do you think there's a chance that at some point he could pass Raiola?
Julian Sayin is a known commodity at this point. He is super consistent, a guy who is mechanically sound. I think he's going to look good in every setting you see him. From a performance perspective, I don't think there's a lot of questions with Julian Sayin. What's going to help us at the Elite 11 is just how does he stack up from a pure physical talent and tools perspective within this group. He's around 6'1", 195. Where does the arm stack up? I think that's something that we can really that we can kind of glean from the Elite 11. I think probably the most useful perspective for us at this event is it's just an opportunity to compare all of these quarterbacks in person in the same neutral setting. So that's what I'm looking forward to with Julian Sayin. I think where he stacks up from a physical and like pure arm talent, athletic standpoint within this group will ultimately determine it. But I mean, he could, but I think as far as just the player and the accuracy and the consistency, we know what he is going into this event.
All right, what about quarterback DJ Lagway, the Gator commitment? Big quarterback, big arm. What do you need to see from Lagway for him to earn that 5th star?
I think it's consistency, Josh. DJ Lagway's flashes and the talent are arguably the best of this group. He's big. He's got a very strong arm. He's probably the best athlete of this group as well. So I think with DJ Lagway, it's just continuing to add the consistency and just stacking positive showings week after week. I think the Elite 11 could be a springboard into his senior season. I think from an upside perspective, he has a case as having the highest upside within this group. I think it's just how does he start to put it together and take a positive step forward going into the fall.
All right, speaking of upside, Ohio State quarterback commitment, Noland. He was a bit of an On3 outlier early on. What did you see from him that got you so excited early?
Yeah, Noland, I think, had probably the best junior season of this group. A guy who just shredded defenses in the state of Georgia as a junior. Guy's a prolific passer. He's got a great feel for the game, highly accurate. So I think with Noland, similar to Julian Sayin, we know the type of player we're getting. Just where does he stack up from a physical tools perspective? And I think the arm strength we'll look to kind of see how that gauges compared to a Dylan Raiola, a DJ Lagway. Is he in that tier? And I think seeing Noland in this setting will help us kind of start to parse that out a little bit.
All right, looking at this Elite 11 roster, is there a sleeper here that you're excited to see?
Yeah, I think starting off, I'm really excited to see Luke Kromenhoek, the Florida State commit. We had him ranked very high, I think in the top 75. I think he's currently within the top 50 of the On3 rankings. I think Luke Kromenhoek, along with DJ Lagway, probably has the most physical upside of these top 100 type blue chip quarterbacks. Luke Kromenhoek is a first-year starter. He was the backup at Benedictine in Savannah, Georgia. And I think he's got a very strong arm, one of the strongest arms in the cycle, a guy with really good feet. I think with him, it's just about just getting more polish, more consistency, more in-game reps. But I think he has a lot of upside, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how he stacks up in that group.
All right, Elite 11 rosters are out. Charles Power, thanks for coming by and talking all about it on the Inside Scoop.
Sure thing.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me, and remember to check out all the videos on the On3 YouTube page.